All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Go with the Flow. I'm your host, Folarin Okulaja. I know it's been a couple months, like a month and a half since I've put an episode out. I've been on hiatus, not even intentionally so. Just
Mhm.
I got busy. I couldn't get guests. I
Build
tried
up
to
for this episode.
build up for this episode. Exactly. I tried to get guests on, but then the schedules didn't work out, and then I would be traveling, and there would just be so much going on. But that doesn't matter because we're back now, back and better than ever. It's damn near summertime.
It's hot outside, bro.
It's hot outside.
It's hot
June
outside, man.
1st, it's warm. A week after Memorial Day. Literally, this time last weekend was Memorial Day weekend, which we'll get into when Bamise gets here, which he's late. But
What a guy.
with that being said, I
Yeah.
think that's the saying.
Yeah.
I'd like to introduce my guest. Welcome to the show, Pelumi.
What's going on, everybody? Folarin.
Thank you for being here. Can you tell the people who you are, how we know
Yeah.
each other, just who you are? Give us a little bit about your background.
Yeah. So my name's Pelumi. How we know each other. I'm Folarin's cousin.
That's family.
That's family. You know what I'm saying? Known since we were young, growing up together. And yeah, but we lived together here in New York with like a bunch of our other family. Actually, that was kind of happened where y'all ended up in New York at some point, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Ended up very very nice. But yeah, live here in New York and in Brooklyn, and living the dream.
And okay, actually, you are someone who went right into Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Why?
it's a good question. So is the question why Brooklyn or why New York?
Oh no no. Why Brooklyn? Why?
Oh,
Because I
that's
think
that's not.
I was just having this conversation with someone the other day. Usually, the progression is come to New York, you land in Manhattan,
Mhm.
especially if you're working whatever corporate job, and
Yeah,
then as you get older and older, maybe by like your mid 20s,
sure.
you start to branch out,
Transition to Brooklyn
transition, and
for
by the
sure.
time you're like, yeah, you're which year? How old are you?
26.
26.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
So yeah, you're still young. You're
yeah.
still a
I
young
like
guy.
to think
You're
so.
still a young guy. You're still yeah, a couple years away from the Brooklyn phase. So why did you
Yeah.
decide to go right to Brooklyn when you
It's
moved to New York?
it's so I feel like disclaimer is when I interned in New York, I did live in Manhattan for a summer.
Okay.
And so I did kind of have the Manhattan experience, but that was like upper like west or east side. So it wasn't like
So
true
not really the
Manhattan, you know what
Manhattan
I'm saying?
experience. Yeah.
But honestly, walking here gave me reason enough to not want to be in Manhattan. I was walking here and it was so crowded and there were just so many people. And I was like, ugh, I can never wake up on a Saturday morning and walk outside to the street and see all these tourists outside. I feel like I just want like the calm of
The
Brooklyn.
peace and the
It's a lot,
quiet.
it's a lot quieter, a little bit more space, not a lot more space. It's still New York after all. But it's a little calmer, it's a little more quiet, a little more peaceful,
Okay.
which I like, just like being able to walk around there and not feel like bombarded by people all the time.
That's fair. That's fair. So there's never. So you are happy with that choice, and you don't
Oh,
see
so
it.
happy.
There will not that never, like never say never, but
I
as
might say
far as
never.
as,
I might say never for
as
this
far as
one.
you're concerned, you're good on Manhattan, living actual in the island of Manhattan.
Yeah, I'm good on it. I mean, like I honestly, unless I have work or friends or podcasts,
Or
to shoot,
podcast, yeah,
I'm not really in Manhattan. I'm really okay with it. I think I have a couple friends that are still here,
yeah.
but like a good amount of folk are still in Brooklyn or are in Brooklyn, and so I see no reason to leave. In all honesty,
Fair. And you're a lower key guy anyway. You're just like
yeah,
you're a chill dude.
I'm out the way.
You're
I
not
like
like me
being out the
running
way.
running all over the place.
I
65 things to do at all times a day. Not like
yeah,
that. I
yeah, I
mean,
like being out the way.
I again because I was just having this conversation. Will
Mhm.
I do Brooklyn? Probably not.
Really?
We, n-
But I feel like you come to Brooklyn a good amount.
yeah, because a lot of people live there. There's
Yeah.
stuff to do there. So I like that I come back to Manhattan. So I don't mind going to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I remember when I first moved to New York, it was such a staunch like, well, I'm not even going to Brooklyn. Like I'm not crossing what's the body of water, whatever it is
Yeah.
to get me over into Brooklyn. It was
Yeah.
so staunchly against for whatever reason. Maybe just because I don't know, parroting
Yeah.
what other people have said.
Yeah.
But so I do like Brooklyn. I'll visit. But as far as actually moving out there,
Yeah.
I like that I'm easy. I can quickly get to everything from where I am in Manhattan, and it just
That's fair.
I like to be in the action.
I mean, you're Lower Manhattan too, right? So
Yeah,
it's not like you're like Midtown, like deep in the you know uppers of Manhattan
exactly.
all the
And
time.
Fide Eye is one of the most slept on parts of Manhattan.
Friday is
Everyone
nice.
who knows me knows I'm literally the biggest Fide Eye advocate that you're ever gonna meet.
Friday is nice.
There's so much. No, okay, not that there's a ton to do there, but I'm not mad at that.
Fair.
It's quiet. You
It's
get
true.
good bang for your buck. Fulton Street Station. I'm close to that, so I can get to every subway very easily.
It's valid.
The seaport is right there. It's literally my favorite area in the summer.
Yeah.
I've started to run now, so like I'll do a little run. So I'll go out that way,
Sure.
run around the bottom of Manhattan, run up the
Okay.
West Side Highway. It's just like a good. Honestly, it's a great situation that I don't see myself needing to leave anytime soon. And I
I
feel
got
like
a
by the
question.
time that yes, but yeah, I'll let you get it to it. By the time that I'm ready to move out of Manhattan, I feel like that's when I'll be like in a relationship and ready, really ready to settle down. And at that point, I might just say F it and go to the suburbs.
The suburbs is insane, bro.
I might even just
The
skip the
suburbs
Brooklyn
is
spot.
insane.
But again, I say all this right now. And that's why I like this podcast, because it really is a way for me to capture this moment in time in the way that I was thinking. I might look up in 2 years and
That's
I
a good
might be in
point.
Brooklyn. I'll be like, what the fuck? What happened
That's a very good
there?
point. That's a very good point. All right, you mentioned summer though. The
Yeah.
one thing I will say about Brooklyn, I mean, I'm a pretty low key guy, so
Yeah.
it's not like the biggest draw for me. But we're talking about summers and New York summers.
Uh huh.
I think being in Brooklyn in New York summer is a very elite place to be. Because I mean,
Why?
you're doing like
What makes
block parties, stoop parties, all of that, and
okay?
that's happening. I mean, it could be happening in Manhattan. I don't know,
Yeah,
but I
I
don't.
don't. I don't think
I
it.
don't
I don't
think they're
think it
happening
is.
in Manhattan.
Yeah.
And so, like, if I'm gonna be out, I'm gonna be at the stoop parties and the block parties, and those I feel like are in Brooklyn.
Fair. I think the other aspects of the summer that you're gonna get though,
Hmm.
when it comes, actually no, there's rooftop parties in both Manhattan. And
Yeah,
fair enough. I guess you could get a lot of both things in both
yeah.
places, which I guess is fair enough.
This is what
And
I'm.
so you're living in Brooklyn.
Yes, sir.
You do this thing every Friday at your apartment.
I do.
Pizza Fridays,
Pizza
legendary.
Friday.
There's a
Yeah,
TikTok out there about it.
yeah.
Tell the people what are Pizza Fridays?
What are Pizza Fridays? So Pizza Fridays, I really like to cook, and so it kind of started off just by myself, where I would like, started back home in Tampa, where I make pizzas like every Friday after work because I just didn't like the work that
So
I
it
was
wasn't
doing.
even a pandemic then for you. A lot of people picked up cooking in the pandemic.
But
This
no, it
was
was
a
pandemic. So after
oh,
graduation,
okay.
I went back to home in Tampa for like a year
Okay.
because they were like, I was gonna start at work, and they were like, "Don't come
Yeah.
here." They were like, "Please don't come."
Stay away.
They're like, "No, you can't work here anymore." And so I went back home to Tampa for like a year, hung out there, and started work in Tampa.
Okay.
And even in Tampa, I did not love the job I was at then. And
Fair.
so I like pizza, my favorite food probably, and I like cooking. And I was like, let me make pizzas. I started making bread too in pandemic, that whole thing that everyone did.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me make pizzas every single Friday. Started for myself, made it, loved it, cool. Moved to New York, kept going with it, and I live with two other guys. And you kind of know how it goes. Started making the pizzas. They were all like, "Oh man,
Can
I
I get
couldn't help
some?
but notice, Pelumi, that you make pizzas every single Friday." I'm like, "You're very astute. I do make pizzas every single Friday."
Great
That's a
observation.
great observation. I go on my way with my pizza. They're all like, "Hey, man, like, how much would it make to, make a little bit extra dough?" And I was like, you would think, I guess, a lot, but really not that much. And so you can make dough in bulk pretty easily. And so I started making for me and my roommates. And then slowly but surely, I guess, kind of like we would invite like friends. Like we live in an apartment, like we don't have a huge place, so it's not
Yeah.
like we're inviting like 10, 15 people. But we have like maybe a couple friends over every couple of weeks to kind of like hang out. Like you've been over, cousin who's not here, he's been over, right?
Cousin who's late, who'll beat up.
Cousin, no, for real. Had one yesterday, which was fun. It was kind of like
Oh, this Saturday. Oh yeah.
yeah, I won yesterday. The first one in a while, actually. I kind of got a lot of. Every time I don't do it for a while, I get these like passive aggressive texts from my friends, send me pictures of pizza, like, "Hey man, this is what I'm eating when you're not here." And I'm like, "Dang, bro, like I can't take vacation.
No
I can't
days
take
off.
vacation."
Even when you're gone, you like make it and store it somewhere for people to still eat
No,
anyway.
literally, I gotta start freezing it for these guys. But yeah, so I do that every. I mean, I say every at this point, before people start correcting me.
Frequent Friday. Frequently on
Friday.
Fridays,
Frequent
yes.
Pizza Friday.
Honestly, what I love about that is you have done the thing where I think I'm at a point where I've lived in the city for almost 2 years now,
Yeah.
and I'm now looking for chiller things to be doing on
Mm-hmm.
the weekends during the weeks.
Yep.
I'm not trying to go out every single night, although literally we're just in Vegas, which we'll get into, and that was like late nights every night. I
Yeah.
was literally out till 3 a.m. last night. So when I'm not doing that,
Yeah.
I want to chill.
Yeah.
I think, well, again, caveat by saying that's what for most times of the year, I want to chill. Summertime, like I'm ready to be outside. We're
No, for
going to have
sure.
fun.
For
But
sure.
you, with the Pizza Fridays, you've been able to create something consistent where it's like, okay, most Fridays or
Mhm.
frequently on Fridays,
Mhm.
there's a setting. It's a chill one. You
Yeah.
go, you meet cool people.
Yeah.
When I've gone, I've met cool people. It's just a wholesome thing to do most weekends where,
Yeah.
again, most people are in this phase of their life where we're not really trying to go out and party every weekend night.
Mhm.
Friday
Mhm.
night used to be like, okay, every Friday night I'm going to go out, but I'm looking for more things like a Pizza Friday. And I know a lot of people also are looking for that type of thing where, again, after a long work week, you could chill, do
Yeah.
something a little more wholesome, and you've been able to create that from jump. And now, kind of like you said, there's that not expectation from people, but people know that that's something they can frequently do
Yeah.
on the weekends if they need it.
No, for sure. It's been really good. I've been really enjoying it. I've come to find, no through no intention of my own doing that, people will kind of be like, "Oh, you make pizzas every single Friday," when they meet me or like meet my friends, and I'm like,
That's the brand.
I did
It's
not know I was building the brand. Like people would
it
be
was
like,
that TikTok,
it might
that
have
they
been that
post,
TikTok or
which
like,
I need to link it some way somehow.
yeah,
But one thing about making the pizzas, ladies love men who could cook.
they
And the
so
ladies were in the comments of that TikTok thirsting over my man right
so I
here.
so I will say about the ladies loving men who cook. If I must address it,
Okay, please
if
address
I
it.
must address it, I will say the TikTok as a representative sample may have been a bit skewed,
Okay.
right? So I make the pizzas, and there was a point where I post the pizzas. I make other things, I am not a one trick pony.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
make um. More struggling. I make brownies.
I'm not a one trick pony. What else do I make?
Only have boys on
Goddamn.
one trick.
Yeah.
I made some brownies one time pretty
Okay.
recently. I made some cookies. I made croissants. I made some
Ooh.
pasta from scratch one time.
Wait, can you give the people tell the people that little fun fact about how there's no chocolate croissants?
Oh,
Give us that little
yeah.
tidbit, and then I'll get you. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
No, no,
give
no,
that
for
people
sure,
that
for
tidbit.
sure.
We like to educate on Go with the Flow.
Exactly, exactly. This is a pro tip for the people right here. When you go to a bakery, you may be tempted to be like, oh, let me get that tasty looking chocolate croissant that I see in the window. If we're being, technical, whereabouts, um, it's not really a chocolate croissant. It's a pan au chocolat.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Now you
chocolate
know.
croissant, a croissant. You know what I'm saying? As the French might say.
Cultured man right
As
here.
a croissant.
Let him know. Yeah.
It's because it's crescent shapes. You feel me? And so the actual croissant is kind of like usually crescent-ish shaped or kind of like that, weird double triangle on each side type thing.
Yep.
But the pan out chocolates is just like bread and chocolate, right? It's not crescent shaped. So it's technically speaking not a croissant.
Okay, thank you. Now
You know
go
what I'm
back to
saying?
go back to what you were saying.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so and I made both croissants and pan out chocolates.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I posted on my Instagram story, every once in a while, and people are all like, "Oh my gosh," I'm sure like DMs are all like, "Oh my god, you can cook," my god, that's so nice, and like it be straight dudes in there. I'm not gonna lie to you, like I was, it was straight dudes like, "Oh bro, that's tough. Like, where's the recipe?" I'm like, "It's not for you, man." I'm like, "It's not for you." Like, "Oh man, that looks so good, bro. Like, I'm trying to learn how to cook too." I'm all like, there are YouTube channels for that, brother. This is not for you.
Yeah.
I don't need you in my DMs talking about, can I get are you gonna save me a piece? No.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I'm not saving you a piece. So it was a while where it was literally just straight dudes like DMing it and liking it and fire emojing. I was like,
this is not
I
the
was
intended.
like,
Not that there
this
was
is
an
not
intended
what I
audience,
signed up
but
for.
exactly.
I was like, where are the women?
Exactly. If you not that you were posting it for the woman to
Oh, of
slide
course
up
not,
on,
of course
which if you were, I'm not mad at that. Like
No,
you gotta
no,
do
I just-
you gotta do what you gotta do. But that was not the intended audience.
No, I was just surprised by it because I was kind of like, this is what you're gonna slide up on as a guy? Like you want the chocolate brownies?
But at
That's
the
what you're gonna slide up on?
but then with that TikTok, you saw that there was an appreciation and a demand. But I guess in your mind, or see, here's the thing: girls are shy.
This is true.
They're a little bit shy.
This is true.
So they might not be as direct as they want to. And
Mhm.
so that TikTok was a perfect way. For,
Yeah.
which again, I wish I'll pull it up eventually.
No,
Fuck.
it
I wish I had
it was a
I
really
wish I had a
nicely done
link
TikTok.
and I wish I could read out all the comments that people were saying about like it was
It was very nicely done, and I appreciated Netchef for making it and posting it. It was like a super well produced TikTok, and I think it was cool to kind of have like, kind of like you were saying, like a bit as like a piece of like memory of like, hey,
Yeah.
like however many years ago, like I was doing this Pizza Friday thing, and people seem to enjoy it.
yeah.
So it was a cool little video for sure.
And I don't even think I've said this yet. The pizza's amazing. That's
Thank you.
well, people wouldn't come back if it wasn't. Could you
True.
imagine? One
Yeah.
Pizza Friday with bad pizza.
Bad
all of a
pizza.
sudden there's nobody coming back.
It's
But no,
Friday at that point.
this just it's just Fridays. You might as well just order something else. But no, the
No,
pizza's
true.
great.
Thank you.
You usually what are the ones you usually make?
So I have at this point 4 pizzas that I can pick from.
Mm.
So there's the original pizza, which is just your classic like pepperoni pizza, and then like I have like a hot honey that I will like,
The hot
semi
drizzle.
make,
Yeah,
and drizzle on top.
drizzle
of
on
it.
top. Yeah.
And then that's like the original one, that kind of like the recipe that I found that recipe online, and I just kind of made that from
Yeah.
there. I've since iterated to my own flavor profiles.
Ooh.
So I have what I call the mean green,
Okay.
which is a pesto based pizza. So it's like pesto, and then I have bacon, and Pecorino Romano and hot honey on that one. And a fun fact, I've started growing my own basil. And so yeah.
Wow.
So I'm trying to like, incorporate that into the pizzas if I can. And then I have the Pretty in Pink, which is so it's a vodka
Is that a
sauce.
newer
It's a
one?
newer one, yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I don't think I've even seen that new
Mm-mm.
release.
It's
Okay.
like a vodka sauce based pizza, which
Okay.
I mean, technically isn't pink, but you call it vodka like pink sauce. You know what I'm saying? So vodka sauce, and then that's like a meatless pizza. So the vodka sauce, mozzarella, and cherry tomatoes on that one, and some arugula as
Okay.
well. And then the classic barbecue chicken because just like folks love barbecue chicken.
Folks do love barbecue chicken.
That's literally just as you might imagine, barbecue and chicken.
There you go. Honestly, this I see that we like to manifest big things.
Yeah.
We're gonna get you like a pizza deal
Oh, man.
sponsorship. You
Yeah?
get to make your own frozen pizza if that's what you want.
Hey,
I
Papa
don't know.
John's come. I mean, well, maybe not Papa
Yeah,
John's.
not-
Actually, maybe not Papa
Not
John's.
Papa John's. He
Maybe
was
not
he was
Papa
canceled a
John.
long time
Yeah,
ago.
man, we don't like him
We don't
anymore.
like him, Mr. Domino.
Domino's.
Domino's.
Talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what you got going on.
Okay, and then kind of on the theme of you being a wholesome guy, because it's just the most wholesome guy that I know, most wholesome one in the family.
I
He's
do what I
just
can.
he's not like me. He's just a wholesome guy. You also have a blog.
I have a blog.
Tell the people about your blog.
Yeah. So the blog is called Modern Musings. I started it maybe like a year ago. And it's really just
Come on in, Bamise.
the guy,
Bamise
he
is
finally shows
here.
up.
He's here.
Yeah.
Live.
Nice of you to show up, man.
Thank you for coming,
Oh my
Bamise.
It's not a real family function if someone's not egregiously late.
This is true. Into the mic. Into the mic. Get comfortable. Into the mic. Into the mic. Come on.
It's usually Pelumi for those who know. So the fact that he beat me here is
this is true. I'm glad you said that.
This is
He do
true.
be running.
Let's
late
talk about
everywhere,
it.
bro.
Let's talk about it.
Wait, sorry. He's
First of all, like,
Let's
hello,
talk about
hi.
it.
How was your day?
Good to see you,
Like, nice to meet
cousin.
you.
Hello,
Nice to-
It's
everybody.
been a while. This
What's
is
up? What's
Bamise,
up, family?
the other cousin.
How are we going?
How are we? Welcome to the show. But no, so we'll get back to you being late everywhere.
Yeah.
After we finish, I just asked him about his blog. So
Modern Muse, I'm familiar.
thank you. He was about to tell people about his blog, so please break that down.
All right. So it's called Modern Musings. I started like a year ago, and I don't know. I guess to describe it, it's like a very broad blog. Like I wouldn't say it's like any one topic. This is more so like general life thoughts, observations about myself, like what I'm thinking about, what I'm going through at the moment. Yeah, I don't know. Like it usually has some type of like philosophical, social psychology type, twang to it.
Twang. Ooh.
You know?
Ooh.
I was thinking of the word and I felt it and I was like, let me go for it.
That's exactly what I thought too. Yeah.
I think I like that word. I think I like that. And so that's pretty much it. Started like a year ago. Started just kind of like me writing. Like I really enjoy writing as like an outlet.
Do you
Just kind
journal?
of I do journal. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think it's like very therapeutic. Just kind of like journaling is like, of course, like the more personal thoughts. I feel like thoughts about life and like what I'm going through and like the world that I think others can relate to. I find that writing it out helps me process a lot of like thoughts that I have as like a 20-something-year-old, like trying to navigate the world and everything.
Wholesome. And I feel like isn't that how, if I'm remembering correctly, I think that's how Jordan's book, his first one, also came about. He was writing all these things down and he was like, oh, this is a good medium that I like, and the things that I'm writing down, I think they'll be applicable to other people. And then boom, he published a book. Who knows? So out of this podcast, we're getting a pizza deal with Mr. Domino.
Domino's.
Domino's.
Not
Not
Papa
Papa
John's.
John's.
Oh,
Not
don't
Papa
look at
John's.
me. Don't
Your
look.
Papa John's is canceled.
I go.
And we're gonna get you a book done. Look at that. We're manifesting big things.
Hey man, I love it.
Okay, now to our
You know what's funny? I have like 6 jokes set up that only work within the first 60 seconds of the podcast. then now,
You can't use them anymore.
you can't use them anymore.
Gone.
Can we hear some?
I was gonna tell the story about when we got the text during brunch.
Oh, dude, yes.
What happened
When
in
you
Vegas?
text us. So
Now
this
you
is-
can tell the story. Yeah.
No, you got it.
I was like, that's
That's
the
a
only one.
classic
That's the only one that works. So the 3 of us obviously have a group chat for all good things happening in New York.
Yeah.
And Florian left a little bit early from Vegas, so me and Pelumi were still there.
Which we'll get into Vegas after. We were waiting for you to get into Vegas.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
so.
we can talk about whatever you want. So, but we were all at brunch the next morning, and then we received the magical text.
Oh my
The
god.
text that we've been begging for years.
almost
after
cried.
after being the biggest fans before the studio.
After going with the flow for so long.
They've gone with the flow.
They've gone with the flow since day one.
Before the studio, before the merch, before the stickers, before the Brooklyn
Before the
yearbook,
fame, man.
before the fame,
fame.
before the fame, we've been asking to get you on the show, and then we get the magical text. He said, "Oh, by the way, forgot to ask you guys." I was like, "How'd you forget, man? This is kind of a big deal."
I probably texted you. I think I was on the plane when I texted you.
Oh, that makes
Because I literally did forget. I'd been meaning to mention it, and I know Abim is definitely listening to this because he's asked to come on many times.
I know. I was gonna ask about your brothers for sure. Yeah.
No, Coin's never asked. Abim, don't worry. You're coming. He's gonna be in the city this summer, so he'll be on.
Oh,
Shit, he's getting here today.
Wait, like he's staying here?
Yeah, so he's
that is
doing.
news to us.
You didn't know, bro.
Nah,
first of all, I didn't know.
he be moving in silence. That's a whole different issue.
You literally saw him
does
like
move.
3 days ago.
I be asking him. I said, "You never hit me up when you're in New York." He's like,
Yes,
"Oh yeah,
bro.
blah, blah,
I be seeing on his Instagram story. I'm all like, bro, I'm like 5 minutes from there. Text me.
Don't even get me started with your older brother.
No, so he's in the city for the summer. I think he's doing an internship with ABC or
Oh,
some
that's tough.
some cool like
That's
news type thing. So he's here for the summer, staying with Uncle Yummy and Maria for a couple of weeks, and then with Koi in Jersey for another.
Oh,
weeks.
that's dope.
So he's around.
tough.
We'll be right.
That's
Yeah,
tough. All right,
he slid
well-
right in.
We'll be around.
But okay, so
Yeah.
as Bamise just hinted at, we were all in Las Vegas about a week ago. Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, sir.
Give the people. Let's do a little Vegas recap. Tell the people about the trip. How was it? Was it everyone's first time in Vegas?
That was
Yeah,
the first time.
first-
Okay,
Yeah.
all's first time. Impressions. What do we think?
Hot. It was dry. It was so
Dangerously
hot,
hot.
and dry.
And it's getting hotter, honestly.
Dude, concerning.
Like
really.
it will be worse in a month.
Yeah.
Like
It was like when we were there, I think the peak it was like probably like 98, 99.
yeah.
Going to 100 degrees is scary weather.
No,
It is
they're
scary
gonna be
weather.
hitting 115, bro, in like June and July.
Absolutely not. That's
Absolutely.
legit the desert.
It,
Like for real.
I'm like, it is. It reminded me of Dubai. I was saying this when we were there because it
Yeah.
seems very like it will obviously.
Pelumi wouldn't know, but
Oh,
Y'all can talk. Y'all can talk. No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't care. Y'all can keep talking.
So Pelumi, imagine a really fun trip.
Imagine the most fun trip you can imagine.
Imagine the fun trip.
Then we were both on. He wasn't there.
Yeah,
Our
Oh,
y'all can
bad.
keep talking.
Quick
It's cool,
side
I
note.
don't care.
Quick side note: Dubai over Vegas for me.
Dubai over Vegas?
Yeah.
Oh, I agree.
That's
Wait,
true.
I didn't process what you said.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Nah, no, me too.
1,000%.
Okay.
I agree,
I didn't know that was gonna be a hot take or not.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know who would say the
Okay,
reverse.
okay,
Because my thing about and what I was saying really quickly is Dubai is obviously middle of the desert, and one guy had a vision. Let's build this up, this big tourism hub. We're gonna come to be a big boom to our economy. Blah blah blah. He built that up, and it happened.
Mhm.
Vegas is basically the same, middle of the
Yeah.
desert. There has to be some historical reason about why, like all the gambling and betting, that is kind of the hub of it. But I'm guessing someone had some vision by like, okay, let's find a way to attract all these people to the desert, build all this up. Because it does feel very not fake, but like you look in the distance and it's just
It's just out of
desert.
place.
It's just
Yeah.
there's something about it that was kind of like I guess a little fake,
Yeah.
for lack of a better word.
No,
Yeah.
for sure.
I mean, we stayed at the MGM Grand.
Yeah.
The most
out.
jarring thing for me was just you hear about gambling, the casinos, blah, blah, blah. It was nonstop,
Nonstop.
all times of day. There were nights we would get back at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
One time we woke up to watch a soccer game at 7 a.m. Doesn't matter what time of the day it is, there are people at the machines just smoking their cigarettes indoors. I've never seen that.
Literally right.
Gotta
next
get
to
the
you.
money,
Never
bro.
seen that in
Yeah.
America, indoors, and just
Six
gambling.
inside, dude. Like what?
Six inside. But again, you think about it, they have done everything to make sure you don't have to leave the vicinity of where you are.
Yeah.
So if it's allowing indoor smoking,
Yeah.
they let it be done.
That hotel was
Sure.
too big, dude.
It was massive.
It was actually terrifying to get in.
It's a scarily
Yeah.
big establishment.
Yeah.
We were there for a week, and I still don't think I know the ins and outs.
It's impossible
Which
to.
is disgusting for a hotel.
What was the highlight of the trip for everyone?
God, we had a good
We had a
trip.
good
man.
We had a great
We had a
trip.
good time.
I'd say this is like a cheat answer because I'll probably encompass you two's answers as well. But the 24-hour stretch where we got to see DJ Mustard,
Yeah.
as well as do our Grand Canyon trip with our guy Andrew Comedy.
Shout out- shout out
Andrew Hunt Comedy on Instagram if you guys are curious. Uncle Andrew, if you're in Vegas, please do hit him up.
Hit him
Oh,
up,
for sure.
yeah.
But that like 24-hour stretch where we were at Vegas at we were at DJ Mustard till like 4 in the lobby by 8 to go to the Grand Canyon literally the next day.
That's how you rally.
That's how we rallied, honestly.
We rallied.
And let's just
Everybody
talk.
was there.
Let's speak about the contrast between our first night and first night going out and second night going out. So first night going out, we go to Hakkasan and we see Steve Aoki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overall thoughts, comments, reactions.
I think the club was cool.
The club was.
I think the club itself was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. They have a lot of like weird lines inside the club that really messed us up for a while. Where we were just in line already in the club for like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While we were
Twice.
in there.
Yeah.
Twice.
Two different parts.
It just made no
Like
real
lines
sense.
to get into other lines. I was like,
Yeah. And then you needed to get in line to get on the actual dance floor.
Yeah.
And it was just.
mad weird behavior.
Yeah.
But then again, we literally got right as we were walking on the dance floor. That's when Steve Aoki came out.
So
So
Oh, we timed it perfectly.
he was waiting for us actually.
Honestly, a lot of things kind of went our way. He didn't throw any sheet cake though, which I know was his.
But we left
his big thing.
earlier.
We
I mean, earlier being like 2 a.m., but we
Yeah.
still left earlier because
Yeah.
I looked on his Instagram when we were there.
Was there a cake?
His clothes were on. By the time I looked on his Instagram, his shirt was
No way.
he was shirtless. So there was definitely progression throughout the night, and so I feel like he probably did throw the cake at the end
Take
of
off
the
a
night.
shirt, throw a cake.
No,
That's
that's
it.
natural. He was throwing some t-shirts. I was really hoping to get one, but you
Yeah,
know,
but he
it is
done.
what it is.
It wasn't telling you was.
But
I
yeah,
mean,
we're not an EDM family. That's okay.
ding,
It wasn't
ding,
for
ding,
us.
And that
ding,
is
ding,
okay,
ding,
man.
ding,
For a
ding.
certain crowd, I'm sure it was great.
Agreed.
Yeah.
We weren't that crowd.
We weren't that
Like
crowd.
my guy Richard, shout out Richard. I'm gonna tell you all about Steve Aoki, and you're gonna lose your mind. But like, for the family, it was just not us. It simply was not us.
Yeah.
And again, I think Vegas, it was cool to see a EDM DJ in Vegas kind of, capture, do that whole experience. But exactly like you said, wasn't for us.
Mhm.
But then fast forward to, was it the next night? No, Friday night.
think
Oh,
it
it was
was
Saturday
It was the
night.
next night.
It was the next night.
That's
Fast
right.
forward 24 hours.
Are we touching
later.
the pool party or no?
Oh,
Sore subject. Sore subject. I was thinking that too. I was like,
honestly,
we can
no,
fast
we're
forward.
still gonna happen, so
we
alright.
can definitely fast
Let's-
forward.
Let's talk about it.
We can
Let's-
fast forward.
Let's talk about it, okay? So Vegas,
he
for
worked this
anyone,
platform for so long.
for,
Like, yes.
let's talk about it.
We can have an argument in the comment section. Yeah,
For
below.
anyone who's ever been to Vegas, or if you haven't been, you are able to use these promoters who, I don't know what they get out of it, but they basically will allow you to get on guest lists for free.
Yeah.
So you don't need to pay the usual cover that you need to get into whatever day club, nightclub, whatever. So we had planned out our itinerary. We said Friday night, land out. I literally landed at like 10:30 p.m. I was in the line at the club by midnight because
Simple.
I'm a trooper. I
Simple.
rally.
That's what he does.
The plan was
Go with the flow.
Saturday during the day, we're gonna go to Wet Ultra Republic, the pool party. We're lit. We're gonna get in there. We're gonna have a
Yeah.
good ass time. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But me should work found a promoter to get us on the list
Yeah, man.
for. I think you had to get there before.
I'm not gonna give him a shout out, but he exists.
Yeah, he does not get a shout out.
No,
give him a
before,
shout
I
out.
think
Yeah,
it
two.
was before 2 p.m. Which
What
is
he said.
What he said.
he said.
Key detail. What he said,
Yeah.
and we had planned our entire time to get there for 2 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
We do whatever we need to do. We get to the line at 1:50 something.
Yeah,
Like
I think
55.
I'll say 54,
1:55. And they do this thing at all these clubs there where like the ratio matters. And so if you have an even number of girls and guys, everyone gets in free.
Yeah.
But basically, however many guys outnumber the girls, those number of guys have to pay. So if it's 4 guys, or if it's 4 guys, 2 girls, 2 guys have to pay.
Yep.
I think in our group, our family,
We had a good ratio.
we did have a good ratio.
Honestly, we
Which
should
is
be
the
pointing
odd thing to
blame
say about
at
family.
our sisters and our sister cousins.
We
They are the ones who kind of.
I
screwed us
think
over.
they're getting out scotch free for some reason, and I don't know why.
They are, but
They-
yeah, I'm gonna redirect my blame towards you guys. So basically, we get in our mind, we had been prepared. We were okay because we got put on the list for free. We were prepared to not pay. We had a solid enough ratio, whatever. We
Wasn't in the
get
budget.
there. It wasn't in the budget.
Wasn't in the
We
budget.
get to the front of the line at like 1:55, and the guy's like, "Oh, by the way, you guys,
He said that whole like everyone getting free before 2 thing. We're not doing that no
yeah."
more.
He said that ended at 1. So basically, I think all the guys would have to pay
Yeah. How much?
$60. Which honestly, I will let
But,
everyone
like-
listening form their own opinion about.
I would like to see this in the comment section.
Yeah,
I'll go be quiet.
Honestly, form your own opinion about whether or not that's expensive or cheap or wherever that is, but it was $60 to get in.
Mhm.
Correct.
I was in Vegas. I was there to have fun.
So
I
no, wait, real quick. So I think the first time we were in line, it was actually because we had 2 girls, I think, and like
Oh,
6
yeah,
guys.
Yeah,
So it was like 2 guys we get in for free, and then
Yeah.
4 guys who had to pay 6.
Oh
Yeah.
Continue.
Okay. And so $60.
Yeah.
And so we're like deliberating. We get out of
We have
the
to step
we
aside.
step aside. To,
Yeah,
to,
we huddled up. We got in the football
deliberate.
huddle.
And
we
you-
talked
Check
about
the
it.
bank accounts a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
And anyone who knows me knows like I'm rallying. I want to go out. So I'm like, guys, we're in Vegas. We didn't come all the way here to not like get in. We can hear the DJ. We hear the fun. We can't see it, but we can hear it. I'm like, guys,
It was Martin Garrix too.
Martin Garrix. Martin Garrix was at the
Who-
pool party.
EDM, you know, if you're a certain
Pretty
crowd.
big guy.
But he was
even,
playing-
even I know that. Even I know he's really
He was
big.
playing really good songs.
Yeah.
And basically we deliberate, and we're like, okay, fuck it. Flo will play full prize. The rest of the guys
split it.
will
We'll
split the rest of the like 60, however many ways amongst yourself.
Yeah.
We get back in line. We're like, okay, let's go. We're ready to go. We get to the front of the line.
Oh, brother. They were like, yeah, that deal you wanted before,
Also,
where 2 guys
also
get it
gone.
free, that's done. We're not doing that no more. I was like, it's been 5
It was
minutes.
literally
You saw us make the
It was like we haven't moved.
Saw us
because it
make
was
the
past 2 p.m. Even that deal was gone.
Yeah.
And so then I'm like, in my head, it's dead because no one else is going to want to pay the full price.
And my
was
little
right.
sister, and my little sister's fake ID got stolen.
They were like,
yeah, there was a lot going on at once.
There was a lot going on
And so
all at
then
once.
we do the walk of shame, or in
Oh
my
my
mind, it
God.
was a walk. I was so sad.
yeah, we
I
know.
was just walking. I was like, guys, we literally
And
got right there, ready to go.
the bright, jolly Folarin that we have come to know and love,
Oh, brother.
no joke, was quiet for the next 2 hours. Did not say a word to anybody. We're like, Folarin, want to go to that other pool? He's like,
Sure.
I was like, Folarin, you want a beer? He's like, I was like, all right, we're gonna go over there. You want to? He's like,
He would just kind of like be quiet, and then I know to be like, shake his head.
just start shaking his head out of
Shaking his
nowhere.
I'm like, bro.
I was like, bro, you haven't said a word in 2 hours. It can't be that bad.
Oh, jeez.
And then so we're at the free pool. We're at the
We get in the pool. So
Wait,
we go to the common
so
pool
we're-
at this point.
So we're
With
at
all
we're at the free pool, and to put like salt in the wound, the free pool and the Wet Republic pool are right next to each other.
Yeah.
So we're hearing Martin Garrix the whole entire time,
Great set.
and we're finally like,
Great set.
all right, let's go into the pool. So we get Folarin to come into the pool. Me, Folarin, and Puli walk into the pool. Then Folarin looks at us. He's like, you know what, man? He's like, can I say something?
He said, you know, my thing is just that. I was like,
My thing is that is what
breaks
my thing is just that.
He breaks his silence of 2 hours. He says, you know, my thing is people are rolling at that point. He said, my thing is, we're in Vegas.
We're in Vegas.
We're gonna spend some money.
We're gonna spend some money.
he said, if you ain't want to spend money, don't come to
That's what I'm
Vegas.
saying, and that is
You ain't got your money up, just say that.
that's exactly what I
You
said.
ain't got your money up, just
Those
say
are-
that.
You had that. It was the funniest. shit I've
Those
ever
are
seen
those
in
are
my
those are the
life.
points that were made. And then we're like sitting there by the exactly like you said, because we can hear the pool party going and the
Yeah.
DJ
Very well.
and the music is so good, and I'm just there like I literally think I looked over to you. I was like, that could have been us.
That's what he said.
He
That's
literally
what he said.
My
And
brother-
then in that moment, because they're great cousins, they're like, okay, we need to make it up to you. Not like you had to. I would have been okay.
No, we meant it. We
Yeah,
meant
for
it.
sure.
And so we were like, okay, let's go back the next day. We're gonna get into this pool party.
Yeah.
Until we go the next day. And it was fun, but the DJ was trash.
DJ was
We're not gonna
It was pretty bad. Yeah.
It was a bad set.
Yeah.
And so low key in my mind the whole time I was like, fuck, I should have been there yesterday.
Oh yeah, it would have been a much different experience.
For sure.
So yeah, so that was the day party.
But nice.
But at night.
But
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 at night.
at night.
You know what I mean?
But at night.
So DJ Mustard, he's performing at some club. I think your promoter probably did he get us on the list?
Yeah, we were on the list, but like it
But
was the most popular party that night by a
Yeah, it
lot,
was a
so, like,
dawn. I've never seen a
Yeah.
line that daunting in my life. It was
Yeah.
crazy. We waited for about like 30 minutes, so it did move quickly.
It was pretty quick, but the amount of people was insane.
Yeah, and I forgot about the line by the second we walked in, because why not tell you this might be, without exaggeration, the most fun club night I've ever had.
I 100%.
I believe it.
I 100% agree.
I believe it.
Honestly,
That was-
yeah.
It's like from
Dude,
the second we walked in, the
hits.
music was great.
Hits
Hits.
back to back.
Even the
to
DJ before him was like pretty solid.
Everyone was crushing it, and I wasn't even not like I drank a ton, but I was sober.
We were all relatively sober.
We were sober.
Oh yeah, we weren't
we
even
were
drinking
sober.
like that.
It was just the guys being dudes because we had some girls who were some of our family were with us, but then they
Yeah.
left a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like 3 hours, 4 hours of just hit after hit after hit after hit.
Yeah.
Mustard, we had a little moment with them.
We
We were like,
did.
play this song, play this song. He was like, I got you, I got you. He didn't play for like 30 minutes, but Misha was like, he was like, balling, please.
I said please with like four.
He
with
said,
like four C's.
per our last message.
And what did he say
For my
back?
last name. He said, "Bro, it's my song. Of course, I'm gonna fucking play it."
I played then.
he's like, "Just wait, it's my song. Of course, I'm gonna play it."
And then I don't know about you guys, but the highlight of the night for me, the song of which we'll get into the song of the summer conversation next.
Yeah.
But again, Mustard, Kendrick, Not Like Us comes out a few weeks ago.
That's what I was waiting for.
I heard it at a party, at a rooftop party, like a week and a half ago in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Amazing, phenomenal vibe. Everything I could have,
Straight from the source, bro.
everything I could have hoped
No,
for and
literally.
more. When he hit play on that,
Crowd went crazy, man.
again, I say all these things without exaggeration. That singular moment when he played that song might be my single favorite, top 5 going out moment in my life.
It's gotta be.
It,
It's gotta be.
it was a incredible night, honestly.
It really was. Just
I couldn't
straight
believe it.
hits, like
Yeah.
back to back to back.
I'm so happy we stayed in the line, bro, because
We were thinking about like, is it worth it?
yeah, because it didn't look like it was gonna move, bro, and like it was.
Dude,
Like this
It
line
was
was long,
so
and here's the
long.
thing:
it's like the longest line I've seen by a mile.
Yeah.
and it was one of these lines where it's like we walked in, you see a part of it, you're like, okay, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
You round the corner,
It
and
keeps
just
going.
keeps
It keeps going.
fucking going.
It's like who even makes hallways that long? bro?
Club
have that
club
many-
can't be that big.
It can't be, but it was.
But it was.
It was.
huge.
It was
It fit everyone. It had an
it
outdoor
simply
space. Yeah,
was.
shout
Yeah,
out
it
Marquee
was massive.
Nightclub. But
Shout out
let
Marquee.
this be a lesson to
Marquee's
everyone. When you think you want to give up, the best night of your life might be just right on the other side of a 30-minute wait.
Come on, that's good.
That's my message. To you
Perseverance.
That's
guys.
good.
So you guys should persevere.
Go with the flow.
Go with the that's
flow.
the message. The
credits.
message for me. So yeah, great night, phenomenal time. Played Not Like Us. Crowd went crazy. Everything I could have hoped for and more.
Yeah.
Had bangers on bangers on
Yeah.
bangers on bangers.
Pointed
on
right at us when the
bangers.
song was played, bro.
Yes.
He said your song's next, and it was right before the beat drop. Points right at our section.
Right at our section,
Crazy.
mixed in between genres. There was mostly rap, of course, but then he did play some pop. And then when he played, what's the fun song?
We are young.
We Are Young.
Oh yeah, we had a moment.
Spiritual moment.
We had a
the
moment.
the boys had a moment.
Boys huddled up.
Boy, literally, in
But,
the- in the-
Started swaying.
I will say, and I think Pelumi was a part of this too. Something that's never happened to me in the club before is that, like in the first 10 minutes, he was playing some song and the beat dropped and a bunch of confetti dropped, and the
yeah.
streamers also shot out. Those streamers hit me in the fucking chest, dude. And it actually hurt
Got in my
really
drink.
bad.
I was like,
Got in my drink, too.
It actually hurt really bad. They came out with so much power.
they
It's
were
like,
pretty aggressive.
I was like, bro, what?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, I'm like, I'm in
Ow.
pain, bro. I was in the exact perfect spot to hit my only chest shots and headshots, bro. Terrifying.
It was aggressive.
But shout out Mustard, bro.
Shout out
I'll give him a
Mustard.
shout out. For
Shout
sure.
out Mustard,
That's my
man.
guy.
That's
Team
definitely-
Kendrick, I guess.
Team
Ah,
Kendrick. The whole time he was,
I'm
the whole
not-
time he
I'm
was
not
all
rolling,
like,
bro. Never that.
he played maybe like 2 Drake songs.
He
The
played
whole time he
a
was
couple-
like, hey, yo, I like Drake. I'm all like, it don't sound like it.
Yeah,
I'm not
man.
playing any of his music.
Cutting off his verses.
And also
Yeah.
something that I really appreciated, which usually when DJs talk,
Mhm.
it's just annoying. It's like shut the fuck up. Like you're
Yeah,
doing a
yeah.
little bit too much.
Yeah.
His crowd interaction was amazing.
Yeah.
When he played the swag serve, and then he would keep stopping
to
it because
orchestrate
he literally wanted every single person to have their arm around someone,
Yeah.
and he stopped the song many times because he would point at someone in the crowd and be like, "I don't care if you don't know them. We're not moving until you put your arm
Yeah.
around him, and then we're gonna go." Him doing that, he was like, "Y'all not drunk? Ew, that's weird."
Yeah. He said it
Y'all
like
not
10
drinking?
times.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
He's like,
Just
"Yeah,
his crowd interaction, the fact that we requested songs and he would actually play it.
I couldn't believe that, bro.
That was
Wholesome dude,
Nah,
man.
you can't.
wholesome dude.
You can't beat it, man.
Wholesome dude.
You can't beat it.
And that was the night. Out till like 4 a.m. and then had to catch a bus to Grand Canyon, 8 a.m.
Yeah,
sharp.
bro.
And we did that.
But we rally. Grand
Yeah.
Canyon Day. What were the thoughts?
10 out of 10 for me, honestly.
It was a really good day. It was a really good day. I feel like my one regret is my shoe choice.
Yeah, you were not.
Ooh.
You're not locked in, bro.
You
You just simply
my
weren't.
one regret. I was like, listen, it's Vegas desert. It's like 95 degrees. It's hot as hell, right? And so
Toes
I'm
out.
wearing my
Toes out.
sand. Yeah,
The
toes.
toes,
I'm
the
wearing my
toes, the
sandals.
toesies were
Toes out.
out.
I'm wearing some sandals.
The dogs were.
And I'm like, listen, we're not going on a hike. Like, this is like this is the family trip, right? So it is us, us young folk. It was also like
Mostly not
40
young
other
folk.
people who were like
Yeah.
50 and 60 years old.
50
Like I'm
plus,
like,
yeah.
we're not doing a hike when we got grandma over here. Like
Yeah.
we're over here like just sightseeing. And then the last stop though, they had like a little mini hike, and I unfortunately was not able to participate in the
Due to your
full
footwear,
hike
missed
with
out on
my
stuff.
footwear.
You did get some fire pictures though. There was a
Oh, yeah.
picture I saw of both of you that I was jealous. I didn't get a picture up there that I was happy with. I don't think I posted any of them.
Really?
I just posted
Oh, from the top?
from the top.
Yeah.
The best angles were not the ones from down looking up. It was from the top looking down.
Yeah.
And some people got those shots.
Yeah.
I didn't get that angle. Am I salty a little bit? But like
It is what it is, bro.
it is what it is.
It is what it
But the grand, I agree. Phenomenal experience. I don't need to honestly
Go again.
I don't need to do it again.
I'm
but
comfortable with that.
that's
Yeah.
one of those like check it off the bucket list
Yeah.
one time things.
I'm so happy I went.
Nature
Yeah.
is when nature natures, it's just
God did his
magnificent
thing,
and
for real.
awe-inspiring.
Yeah. You didn't even tell them that there was no fence on the second stop.
Oh yeah.
So like, if you wanted
Which-
to fall to your death, you
Yeah,
definitely could.
that's another thing. Whoever's listening, whoever is like,
Get a fence next time, bro.
Yeah, check
yeah, put a fence around the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
It's the
Please.
Grand, it's the Grand Canyon.
Please.
I'm
There's
scared,
no,
bro.
And I don't want to go
I'm
on. There's
scared.
no way people have not fallen off. There's zero chance. There's
That's
little kids
terrifying.
like
It's
it's
really scary.
terrifying. There's literally again, I don't know how to like emphasize this anymore. It's the Grand Canyon. It's a 1,000-foot drop or however long.
Yeah.
Pretty grand.
It's grand, and there's
Ugh.
literally no type of railing, and so you could literally just be, you'd start. I thought
No.
about this the other. I was with this. My mind works in the funniest ways. I've seen there's like a video of this old lady taking like 60 seconds to fall, and she keeps stumbling.
Oh my
In my
gosh.
mind, I was like, what happens if there's an old lady, she can't control her
Oh,
60-second
no.
fall, and she just goes right over the
It's
edge?
over with.
My mind works in silly ways
Yeah.
like that. So
Rest-
we
rest
need
in
to
power.
we need to prevent people from themselves, and so please put a railing around.
No, I had the smallest stumble of all time, and I thought it was over with. I thought I was done for.
Some parts of it, because it was a real hike. You had to like
Yeah, there
climb
was
rocks
no real
Oh, you have
path.
to use your hands. and
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah.
there was no pad. You had to,
yeah,
like,
and I
really
wore these
go for
back.
it.
Which, first of all, a moment for the Yeezy foam runners. Hold on,
Man,
how do I angle
Been
it?
spewing this
correctly?
propaganda all week.
I've been spewing the I'm even gonna take it off right
Yeezy
here.
don't know you, bro.
Why not tell you
he
right
does not
here?
know you, bro.
This might be the single greatest shoe ever made. The flexibility, the way.
What did this turn into?
no. This is
no
what
way he's doing a product commercial.
No,
podcast.
this
My
is
sneaker review,
this
bro. How much
is
they pay you for that?
This is not a, they should pay me
No
something.
way.
When I tell you I was out there hiking, it felt amazing. Amazing on my feet. I could step on the rocks, lock my foot in, do what I
Wow.
needed to do. I've worn these on the beach. I've worn this in just wow.
Get a thumbnail, bro. Get the thumbnail.
Dude, hey, send me. I might get another pair in a different color, of course, because like, why would I get two of the same pair? But these
Fair.
so comfortable, flexible, can be worn in all circumstances. You will not see me in anything else all summer. These are my shoes of the summer. So I just
Wow.
had to get that out because anyone who will listen, I was literally every time I travel, this old white lady stopped me the other day. She was like, "Oh my God, what are those?" I was like, "Let me tell you.
tell you.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you about the Yeezy foam runners." So okay,
Put you on.
that's enough of my plug for the Yeezy foam runner.
That was
For
crazy.
sure.
So Grand Canyon Day, birthday party Sunday night or Monday night.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to your
Happy
mom.
birthday, mom.
But yeah, Vegas trip. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
And honestly, we crushed it, dude. I think our families just said like, especially like cousins wives, we're all at like a really good age to like enjoy everywhere we go,
Yeah.
For sure.
which is nice.
And when Momo turns 21 in what, Feb?
February.
we don't have to worry
She'll be the
about
last
it.
one. we can go anywhere.
We
without
can go
worry.
anywhere. The world is our oyster.
We're absolutely always there.
After that. But okay. So that was Vegas. Great trip. Had a fun time. Always good to be with family. We talk about this shortly, but the song of the summer. I read this article on Complex. It was
Yeah.
listing out a bunch of songs for what it
Yeah.
predicted to be song of the summer. Do you guys have your takes for what you think the song of the summer will be? I mean, We're here. Summer's started. It's
Wow.
official. It's 80-something degrees outside.
Yeah.
Bro,
I'm gonna
that's
be on a rooftop this afternoon,
Have to.
drinking, having a vibe. I'm picnicking
to.
tomorrow, guys. Summer's here.
Have
I feel like it has to be. I feel like not like us is definitely on that list, right?
I mean,
I think it has to be.
this is.
That's
Oh
what
yeah,
I,
it was number one on the list.
but
but
that's what I feel like people probably.
I'm more
say. And I,
curious
and
to-
I can see that for sure.
yeah, I'm more curious about you guys' opinions.
That's got to be what I would say. Not like us. It's got to be up there.
So kind of a warm take. I'm more of a like that guy instead, honestly.
Ooh, that's
I-
your song of the summer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think like that's an absolute hit with that beat, bro. And like
That's fair.
I get more hype hearing that than not like us personally.
Fair.
Can I give you the out of left field take for my song of the summer? Not like us coming in strong at number 2.
Yeah.
My number 1,
Yeah.
a bar song Tipsy.
Bro, I love that
Shabuzi.
song. I love that
dude,
song.
that's the Black Country dude.
That's the Black Country.
Yeah.
And his album came out yesterday.
I saw
Phenomenal
it
album.
dropped. I haven't listened to it yet.
It's like 35 minutes long.
Yeah.
Easy listen.
Yeah.
All hits, no skips.
Really,
Dude, he's
Gr-
fantastic.
He's taking off. He's taking off. So a bar song.
Yeah,
oh
you
my
can
God.
put it.
Someone pour me up another shot of
Okay.
whiskey.
there you go.
You know me and Jack Daniels got a history. Come on, they don't know
Bro,
about that.
Song of the
They do
summer.
not know
I
about
want to
that.
kick I want to put a cowboy hat on. I want to drink a beer.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to.
Nothing's stopping you.
We'll do that.
Yeah,
Nothing
exactly.
is stopping me.
Do it.
So that
Exactly.
so that's my number one. I'll give Not Like Us number two.
Yeah.
My third, Commas by Arya Starr. Do you know that song?
Which one?
Commas by Arya Starr.
No.
Oh, you've definitely.
I was listening to her last night though.
She
She just dropped one
her
with
album
Gibeon?
came out too.
Gibeon?
The song is on there. So those are definitely my three of the summer. Where on rotation, on repeat, like
Solid.
I can roll with that.
summer's here.
Is this as close as we're gonna get to your 5 songs that describe you?
Yes.
Yes. Is this as close as it gets?
It is as close as it gets. And again, go with the flow listener right there. He's a real one.
I've
So
been tapped
Oh,
in.
he knows that I've never, which we'll do at the end of the show. I always have people just give 5 songs
Yeah.
that describe who they are as a person.
Mhm.
People have always asked me to give my list, but no,
Yeah.
I'll do it on the last episode of Go with the
Motherfuckers.
Flow ever. Yeah, but it's never ending, so you'll
Never ending.
so
exactly.
you'll
Never
never
know.
get it. You'll never know.
Guess
Bigger
we'll
and
never
better.
know.
I guess we'll never know.
guess we'll
never
never
know.
And then also staying on the music topic before we switch gears a little bit. Apple, they came out with their list for the 100 best albums
we talked about this a little.
of all time.
Yeah.
Before we even get into what our choices are for your favorite album of all time, when these lists come out, it's always interesting the way people get so angry at it. But do we think it's even possible to have a consensus list of a top anything that anybody will ever agree about?
No, literally never. I think it's kind of fun to try though.
It is
Like it's a fun experiment. Like I don't think I'd be able to put together a top 100 albums of all time list and have it be like respected in any sort of way.
Yeah.
But
And I
like,
think there's like a baseline of respect. It was like I get it.
yeah.
Like I don't know if you guys listen to like the Anthony Fantano guy, the like music reviewer.
no. Oh, is he the bald guy?
Yeah, with the glasses. Yeah. So he did like a quick review of every album, and he knew every single one on the list.
Oh,
so I was like,
wow.
oh my god.
But
you
he's
are-
like a music. That's his job.
that's
It's
his entire
to know
job.
music.
So it's
Dude,
really cool to listen to him and be like, oh, this is too high. This shouldn't be on the list. This is too low.
Did he make his own list?
No. A lot of people asked him to in the comment section, so he probably will.
Okay.
But I don't know. It's hard, bro.
It's tough.
I feel like it's easier to, and what will always annoy people, if it was my 100 favorite albums ever,
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah.
When you brand it,
They
the
try to sell it as
100
an
best,
objective.
The
exactly,
100
as an objective list of the 100 best.
You can't.
That's when you're gonna, you can't win, and it's gonna rub people the wrong way. But number one on the list was
Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
That was a
He
pick.
loved that pick. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh really?
He was really happy with that pick. Yeah.
People love that album. It's a great album.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
I love it.
It's a good album.
Number one of all time. I don't
That's
know
like a
about
high.
that.
That's a high
That's-
honor.
That's
dude.
really high.
Yeah, and I went back to re-listen to it to make
Great
sure,
album.
like, jog my memory. Great album. Yeah,
For
great
sure.
album.
For sure.
Number one of all time. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
What
I-
if you had to give your own take of what the best album ever is, which again is such a hard.
I'm like really surprised they didn't give Michael Jackson.
That's what I was
number
gonna
one.
say. He was.
I'm like insanely surprised.
I can see your list now. It's never too
Yeah,
late.
he was.
It-
So
it is number 2.
I'll read off the top 10 real quickly.
Yeah.
So 10, Lemonade by Beyonce. 9, Nevermind by Nirvana. 8, Back to Black, Amy Winehouse. 7, Good Kid, Mad City, Kendrick. 6, Songs in the Key of Life, Stevie Wonder, great
Oh,
album.
Great album.
5, Blonde, Frank Ocean. 4, Purple Rain, Prince and the Revolution.
All right.
3, Abbey Road, The Beatles.
Hmm.
2, Thriller, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
1, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill
Yeah.
by Lauryn Hill.
Yeah. Michael Jackson has stood the test of time, bro. Honestly.
I think what people were saying is it's because he's not alive for them to do the dinner for her. Because you saw how they gave Lauryn Hill like a dinner to celebrate.
Yeah.
If you-
Really?
yeah. They like.
What's she gonna do with that?
I don't know.
Nah, it's just like a celebration.
Yeah,
type
they
beat, I
surprised
guess.
her. It was like
yeah.
so they gave her like some physical award or whatever.
Yeah.
And so if Michael Jackson was alive, would they have given it to him? Probably. But
Yeah.
okay, so what do you think? Again, your subjective, objective opinion. That's
Yeah.
my favorite saying. My subjective, objective opinion. Best album of all time.
I know my favorite album of all time.
Yeah.
For sure. It's definitely not the best of all time.
But here's the thing, though, and again, I always do this when people ask me about
Yeah.
any of my opinions.
yeah.
my favorite is the best because I love my take.
Okay.
So lean into
I
it.
agree.
We're on
I
a,
agree.
we're on a podcast. Fuck it. Lean into
I'm not putting Michael Jackson number one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I listen to Drake a lot more than I listen to Michael Jackson.
Talk about it. Talk about it. Okay, so boom. Let's hear it.
My favorite / the best album of all time is Views by Drake for a lot of reasons.
Talk about it.
One, if we go through the track list, I have a whole hoodie I should have worn today with the whole track list on the back.
Yeah.
Insane from start to finish. Gives you every single vibe possible. Gives you hardcore rap. Gives you the pop vibes. Gives you the R&B tunes that you want. You know, everything, including Drake's, I think, biggest song statistically in One Dance. So like
that's his biggest song statistically.
I think so.
Interesting.
Yeah. Just because of I don't know, it has global reach for some reason.
Fair.
But and that plus the time it came out was like a perfect time for me to be listening to the music. And I went to his Views.
Summer 16.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. There was literally nothing better. I don't think there'll ever be another album that comes at like the perfect point in my life, like Views did with Drake.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm a Drake guy.
He's a Drake guy.
Yeah.
He's a okay. That's a funny aside. He also put together a PowerPoint.
I did.
Breaking down the Kendrick versus Drake beef.
I did.
Phenomenal content.
I did for the uneducated. If anyone needs it, put your email in the comments.
Yeah. I'll send you the link if you need it.
I'll send you the link if you need it.
Pelumi, album of the year. Or sorry, not of the year, of all time. Greatest album of all time.
I don't know. I never really have like whenever these all-time things, I never have like a super strong opinion. I feel like of the list that was given, I think the Michael Jackson Thriller one is, if we're talking about like the music and the impact, like I could see that being number one over Lauryn Hill's.
The hits are crazy. Yeah.
Oh, but I personally like Stevie Wonder, Songs in the Key of Life, better than I would say the Michael Jackson Thriller album. Like I listen to that one more for sure. And so I would put Stevie Wonder over Thrillers for that reason.
Which I'm not mad at.
Stand on that, bro.
Stand on that. And again, my favorite best album of all time. I love that you're wearing that hoodie. As much as this individual has been, he's had an interesting last month. What the fuck is that song? Grippy?
I've only heard like excerpts, and I don't want to say it.
I can't believe you dropped that shit, bro.
Me neither.
That's
Me
so
neither.
bad. It's tough to be a Cole fan right now.
It's although, in hindsight, and I wish I would have put out episode. I literally haven't put out an episode since that whole thing happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been like a month and a half since I recorded. But the way I did a whole 180 because it was so funny. I was up at midnight for when he was doing the Dreamville Fest. So when he did the apology, I was up for that at whatever time. And the way I was firing off in every single group chat. What's he doing? Why would he do that? You're letting us all down. Blah, 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 blah. And then also up for like the string of the song releases and as everything was coming. Actually, no, I said that. No, sorry. Was up initially when he put out the mixtape where he had the 7-minute freestyle, 7-minute drill, whatever. Yes, that's first because that also came out randomly like midnight.
Yeah.
And yes, firing away in every group chat.
And then Dream was like 2 days later.
Yes, exactly.
He was
Cole,
like,
yeah, exactly. Like Cole's the GOAT. Blah, blah, blah. I see what I'm talking about. Fuck Kendrick. That album was born. You knew it the whole time. And I said all that. And then exactly a couple days later, Dreamville Fest at midnight, basically, where he takes it all back. And then I had to go back and I was literally like, ignore everything I said.
Folarin unsent text message.
I was literally liking all the tweets, dissing J. Cole, blah, 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 blah. But I say all that to say, that's still my GOAT. At the end of the day, still love that man.
Yeah.
2014 Forest Hill Drive.
I think it has very similar energy to Views, honestly.
Time in my life for me also. That was the first concert I ever went to. So which I think I was either sophomore or junior summer in high school. Which again, you're young, you're grown, you're starting to form your own opinions. That might have been the first opinion I had where I was like, I really love this piece of work.
Yeah.
And so I remember it impacted me in that way. And then seeing him perform it live in person, ever since then, J. Cole's been my guy. As much as in the last month he's really tried to push me on that and try to find me, I still love you, bro. Nothing's changing. So that's my number one album.
He's a Carolina guy
of all time.
We had to stand behind him no matter.
It ages so well. I will still to this day just go back, listen to it all the way through. It just he's that guy for me.
Fantastic album.
Fantastic album.
It's a great choice.
Okay. First of all, time really flew. It's already 12:31. We'll get into a quick actually, we're even gonna skip that conversation. We're gonna get right to the basketball talk. Because the NBA finals are coming up.
Sure.
This episode is gonna come out on Monday. The final start on Thursday. We got Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, Dallas Mavericks versus Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown, and the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
Thoughts, comments? Who do we want to
The
win?
Grant Williams Bowl?
Predictions? The Grant Williams Bowl. If there's that guy must have sucked as a teammate.
Imagine getting traded just for talking too much.
Just for
that
talking
is
too much.
Hilarious.
Talking too much. But who do we think wins? What are our initial thoughts, comments?
I can't. This is my first recorded take of all time, so this is crazy. But I can't see the Mavs winning, even though I want them to win really badly, dude.
Really?
I can't see
Really?
them winning. The Celtics they're absolutely stacked, dude. Like their starting five is crazy, and Porzingis is probably gonna come back for the finals.
He
Like,
will.
This is
Yeah.
They're the much better team, I think.
I think the Mavs, the reason I think they can win, I want them to win, and I hope
want
they
them to win
win.
bad,
And the Kyrie Irving versus Boston storyline, I hate
Yeah.
Boston sports fans.
Oh, me
I hope
too.
he rips their hearts out.
Me too.
Wow.
I think they have the two best players in the series. I think Luke and Kyrie are the two best players in the series. And again, we've seen Luca's superstardom, how he's taken over games, talking shit to the whole crowd, blah, blah, blah. I think the two best superstars, and again, their supporting cast is still amazing. But I think because of those two, I don't see the Celtics being able to beat them 4 times.
Really?
Interesting.
I don't know, man. That Drew Holiday, Derek White, Porzingis, the other three, like those are really freaking good basketball.
It's a legit team.
They're stacked.
It's a legit team.
Unfairly so. I don't know, Pelumi, what you think?
I honestly haven't watched enough basketball to have an educated opinion about this.
But that's the beauty of podcasts. What makes
Yeah.
you
Oh, for
think?
sure.
What makes you think this has to be an
I'm
educated
saying what I
opinion?
think.
Yeah.
so.
No,
I'm saying what
no.
I think. I mean, I definitely I want to say I like the Mavs to win this one. I mean, I don't hate Celtics fans like everyone else does. Like I don't love them.
I hate them.
Yeah, everyone else. Yeah. I'm not like I hate the Celtics type guy. And I don't love the Mavs in any type of way. I say as player wise, I definitely like Kyrie better than I like any other players. Like Luka, of course he's tough, but I don't love Luka.
Yeah, he is annoying low key.
Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown, like they're cool and all that stuff, but
Yeah.
I like Kyrie over them.
Fair.
So that's what I'll say. I'll say the Mavs.
Give in how many games? Give your prediction.
Oh, and how many games?
I think Mavs in 6.
I was gonna say 6 too.
Celtics in 6.
Celtics in 6. Mavs in
Mavs in
6.
6.
Mavs in 6. All right. We'll circle back in a couple weeks. I'm gonna post this clip when hopefully one of us is right or wrong. It's always around every sports game. I always will make a prediction. I remember I made a prediction for the March Madness. Wrong. Made a prediction for the NCAA Finals. So wrong.
I'm tagging Stephen A. as soon as I get my pick right.
And then honestly, just the one more sports thing because we've already I think it's been just about an hour probably, and then we still have to do the 2 segments. So one quick little last sports thing.
Yeah.
The WNBA is taking off. Literally as we speak,
tough,
Caitlin Clarke is playing against Angel Reese.
Hey,
What-
clap it up for the
really?
women out there.
Clap it up for
all right? Clap it up for women everywhere.
Clap it up for the women everywhere.
Clap it up for women, all right?
What do we think about the reactions, which have seemed a lot of negative, about Caitlin Clarke? And this is what I'm trying to wrap my head around. I'm like, people are gonna hate you when you're on top,
Yeah.
but she's brought a lot of positivity to the league. They're
Mhm.
flying on private jets because of her.
Yeah.
But it seems like a lot of the rhetoric is very anti, which again, I might be
What's
making
the
that up.
hate?
That's just a Twitter take. I don't fucking.
I think it's real.
It does feel real. It does feel real. You said what is the hate?
Yeah. What's the hate? Why they hating on her?
That's kind of the cue, bro.
That's-
That's kind of the question. She's popping, bro.
She's popping. They hate you when
She's
you're
more
popping.
popular than any other WNBA player right now.
That's
People
out.
try to make it a white versus black thing, which
Oh,
I'm like,
really?
yeah, people are like trying to
Wow.
bring race into there because
Yeah.
she's like a. I was about to make it nothing.
I feel like I knew where you're going, and I still kind of want to go there, but I won't you know.
Yeah, I was like, no. See, that's me stopping myself from talking. But
Oh,
no,
man, your podcast speaks for you.
no. So no, that is something you're like, oh, it's because she's like a white girl that she's like the face of the league, blah blah blah. It's
Yeah.
like,
I disagree. Yeah.
I think she's cool. I like it. I like it.
I disagree. I think a lot of the rationale is exactly what you said, in that people think that because she's white, she's like easier to root for. I think is what they're getting at, easier to support. But like, come on, like any woman taking 40-foot threes and nailing them, especially in the NCAA Final Four,
Yeah.
like
it's
you're gonna get so much love no matter what you look like, and that's such a lazy take in my opinion.
I think it's mostly a style of play thing, and people
It is.
always bring up Asia Wilson, but I say this even about the men's side. there are no. I've never, not never, but I can't think of a time where I've like gotten ready to watch a basketball game because I'm like, oh, I can't wait to watch Joel Embiid and his post moves.
No.
I can't wait to see Jokic is an exciting player, but even him, I'm like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
There's something that is just
I wanna watch
definitively
Steph
more
Curry.
Are
exciting.
you watching Jokic or Steph?
Exactly.
watch
There's
Steph.
something
Like, that's not even,
definitively
like-
more exciting about guard play versus big man
Yeah.
play
Yeah.
on the men's and the women's side.
Yeah.
And so people like to bring up
Especially
Asia.
like because Asia's a defensive player too. So imagine like not comparing her to Rudy Gobert, but like Rudy, she's like known for getting all the blocks and stuff.
Yeah, like no one wants to watch.
Like we're not watching Rudy Gobert highlights, even though he's a really good player. you know?
Exactly.
Like we're watching Kyrie highlights. 'cause
Exactly.
He's much,
We're
much more
watching Steph
exciting.
highlights. So I think that's really what it comes down to. Her
It
style
is,
of
and
play
it's
is like
that
we've never
simple.
seen before. And again, there's names like Sabrina Ionescu, who again, she's
Hooper.
also white and really good, but she's not been the face of the league. So that could have been like, oh, it's because she's white. I think her style of play is so distinctly unique.
Yeah.
The impact she had in the game, breaking every single record. That's why people love her. That's why I got myself an Iowa jersey. I have an
Ain't no
I have
way
an-
you
I
got
have
an
Iowa. I have an
jersey.
Iowa Caitlin Clarke jersey.
Hey,
Say that.
yo.
I love that woman.
Say that.
She's great. She's just an entertaining watch. This was the first probably college season where on the women's side, I'm such a big sports fan. I will literally plan my days around sports games.
Yeah.
There's a Champions League final this afternoon. The rooftop party I'm supposed to go to, I literally texted the guy who's hosting. I'm like, can I watch it in your apartment? Like,
Wow.
I plan around that.
That's-
There were days where I'd literally
That's love.
plan my day around watching Caitlin Clarke.
That's so
Never
fire.
done that before
love.
because of her style of play.
She's box office, dude.
She's box office. That's it. So, oh well. I just had to get that off my chest.
Hopefully it'll stop. But I don't like it either. I'm hashtag noticing.
Yeah, and she, and she had 30 points the other day. She's playing Angel Reese right now, so she's gonna do her thing. Got the Nike deal. She's balling. If the shoes are fire, I might get them. We'll see. But with that, we'll bring it to the last two segments of the show because I think we're just over an hour, and I like to keep this to under an hour. But it's okay. We're a little over. Not the end of the world. I haven't put out an episode in a couple of weeks. I had to
Yeah, let's give him some extra content.
Give him
The
a
family
little bit.
reunion
A
episode.
family reunion episode, literally. But okay, first segment, song segment. I asked my guests to come with 5 songs that describe who they are. Why y'all breathing so deeply?
nah.
Get my
fuck is
list.
that
Because we're
reaction?
ready.
Bro.
That describe who they are as a person.
Because we're ready.
Up for interpretation. Please give me the song and give me the reason why. Whoever
Okay.
wants to go first, or you can alternate. Oh, actually, no.
We're gonna alternate, right?
You alternate?
If you want to alternate, you can alternate. Or if you think your 5 are so cohesive, you want to do them together, do that.
I
But
don't think mine are that cozy.
okay, then.
I have 2 that go hand in hand.
All right. you want
Okay,
to-
so do your 5 then.
All the way
Yeah.
through?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All the way through. All right. So I got 5 songs on here. In no particular order of any type of thing. But what came to mind? The first one is have you guys seen Ratatouille?
Yes.
Les Festines, the cooking song that they cook in the background when he's cooking.
I don't know off the top of my dome. But
Exactly.
like,
I don't know the movie well enough to know that. But
I'm familiar with the movie.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I love
Shout out
cooking.
Remy, yeah.
he's like,
And
she's a chef.
I listen to that song frequently.
Pizza
when I cook.
Friday.
Pizza Friday.
We talked about it. We
You
talked
know?
about it.
Alright.
So Les Festines because I love cooking, and
Okay.
Ratatouille is a great movie.
Yeah.
I love animated films. These two go together hand in hand. This guy John Bellion, if you guys know who that is.
Yeah.
He has his album Human Condition. He has 2 songs. One's called Maybe IDK, and the other one is called Hand of God.
Okay.
So Maybe IDK is him talking about like life essentially, saying like, you know what, maybe I don't know all that's gonna happen in this life. I don't know why XYZ happens. I don't know where I'm gonna end up. And maybe that's okay, is what he kind of says. Like maybe I don't know, but maybe that's okay. I feel like I relate to that song a lot because just in terms of like one wanting to know the end of things and wanting to know what's going to happen, why things happen, like that knowledge seeking aspect I relate to a lot, but also having to kind of somewhat be okay with not knowing and kind of like trusting, like, you know what, and the whole part is like maybe I don't know what's going to happen, but God knows, right? So kind of like the trusting God. That piece I relate to. The related song, same album, is called The Hand of God. It's about how his life is in the hand of God, you know what I'm saying? And so I feel like I relate to that song a lot. Very spiritual and love that aspect of the song. All right. So I'll do those 3. Let's see. This song, I had to put a Nigerian song on there. I did Sunshine by Ashake just because, I mean, no particular reason. I just really like that song.
Fair.
I think it's like a nice happy
That's how the
song.
segment works. Yeah.
Yeah, nice happy song. I love it. And then the song that I put on there, the 5th one, is Now or Never by
Kendrick.
Kendrick, yeah, off Good Kid, Mad City.
Mm.
And so this one probably wouldn't have made it here unless the whole beef stuff didn't put me on the Kendrick wave.
Mm.
And honestly,
Really?
I mean, I loved the song before,
Okay.
but I
Yeah,
never
that-
really
it
thought
would-
about it. It wasn't
yeah.
forefront. You feel me? I feel like Now or Never. It's just like a very upbeat, happy song. It's like kind of like an outro bonus song that he has, and it's about like
It's now or never.
now or never. Like this is the
Yeah.
life
Go
that
for
we're
it.
in. It's kind
Yeah.
of like I'm doing great right now. I love my life. I'm at a really great place where I feel like all is going great, and I love that. But also like there's a lot more to be done. I feel like that's a very nice kind of like point in my life in New York, in our lives, right?
Yeah.
New York, we're doing good, doing big things, living the quote unquote dream. But there's a lot more to be done. Yeah.
Damn,
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna listen.
Let's see.
I'm gonna listen. That's fire.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
That's fire. All right. I'm gonna need some crowd participation at the end. So be ready for that. My first song is "Do What I Want" by Uzi.
Now I do what I want. Hey, now I
Exactly
do
for the
what I
reason.
want.
Exactly for that
reason.
Uzi just makes. You could have put a lot of Uzi songs there. Uzi just makes very like triumphant, like happy, like I made it type music. And it's just like very good listening. It's very very good vibes. Next I have "On Time" from the Metro Boomin album Heroes and Villains with John Legend.
Nice.
It's the first song on the album, and it's kind of similar to a lot of things you talked about, where a lot of things maybe aren't happening as fast as you want it to happen or you want the results right now. But like no matter how long it takes, it's on God's timing. It's on time, right?
Love it.
Even though it might be late, it's on time. Next is Thank You, which is a Big Sean song because I love Big Sean.
Sean.
He's always trolling me, but I love it. It's Thank You by Big Sean off a DJ Khaled album, and it's him exactly what you think. He's like giving thanks for all the good and bad that happened in his life because it just like made him who he is. And it's just like Sean rapping at his best. And then for my fourth, we have a song called Tabernacle by Royce the 5'9", which
Okay.
just like a lot of things I like in rap. It's a really big storytelling song, and he basically tells a story about how his grandma died and his son was born on the same day in the same hospital, and he also met Eminem that same night. And it's just like a
Crazy.
really crazy story about how your life can literally change in a day, and he's just telling the story about how his life changed in that one day.
Oh,
which
wow.
is like super exciting because today might be that day for us.
Yeah.
You never know.
This is just the beginning.
That's just
I mean, we're on the podcast, so
I
This
know,
is-
right?
it's now or
like,
never.
It's like what we were saying. We're
that's
like,
exactly what we said at brunch.
we were so dramatic. We were all like, guys, like, just know
Get
that
us now.
after this, like, it's not gonna be the same. They were like, oh my god, what
Yesterday's
happened?
price
We're
is
like,
not today's price.
This is what we said. And they're like, guys, what happened? We're all like, we're going on go with the flow. I'm going on go with the flow.
Yesterday's price is not
It's
today's
not
price, ladies.
today's price.
Come on.
And then so I have two songs. One that's been mentioned a lot in this segment, and another one that's from a canceled artist. Which one should I use?
Cancel.
So
Oh,
really Kanye. It's a canceled
It's
artist.
not Kanye.
who's the canceled artist?
I don't want to say
Okay, say that one then.
the one about a canceled artist.
Yeah, because
Okay.
if we've already mentioned the other one, let's.
Okay. So this is "Coming Home" by Diddy and Skylar Grey. Which is,
You did
I don't
love
want-
that song.
I don't want to be attached to that song, but like I don't know. I don't want to be attached to that song, but here we are.
Coming Home by Diddy?
Yo, relax.
The most
relax.
recently canceled artist.
The-
Okay.
the
Yeah, my
most
mind
recent-
my mind was like R. Kelly. I was like,
No,
okay,
the very most recently canceled artist.
Okay.
But that's really how I feel because like in New York, like obviously you guys know, can be super stressful.
Yeah.
But obviously I always have like North Carolina to go back to that
For
always
sure.
like welcomes me and embraces me and like is a good place to really collect myself.
Yeah.
I just feel like that song like really, really encapsulates that. Just having a place to come home to.
Love
Love that.
both of those lists. And then the way we will wrap up the show. Final segment. I have my guests based on this one article that I read where it interviewed people in their early
Oh,
20s.
I remember this.
10 years in the
Yeah.
future, ideal life down to the most minute detail. Manifest for
this
yourself. In 10 years, where would you like to be to the most specific detail possible?
Plumi?
No, I went first last time, bro.
Ooh.
I think mine's good. I don't know, which I think is like a part of the fun.
Okay.
So 10 years from now, not in New York,
Mm.
but still on the East Coast. Probably suburbia at this point. I'm probably still in the corporate world, making a lot of monies.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
You're-
Peaking, still close with the fam, still obviously you guys and all the other cousins as well. Still going on vacations on a yearly basis.
Mhm.
Hopefully married. Maybe to a viewer would go with the flow, hit me up.
Mm-hmm.
10 years from now, maybe one kid by then. What else? And just kind of enjoying the life. Besides that, not much else is kind of different than what I'm doing now. Just really enjoying time with friends, enjoying times with family,
Yeah.
having nice vacations, and just like very comfortable and content with where I'm at.
Love it.
Very
Pelumi,
wholesome.
bring us home.
All right, 10 years from now, let's see. Not in New York. No preference for East Coast or West Coast, but not in New York. Somewhere suburbia, I think probably as well. Married, kids, hopefully.
Nice.
Inshallah.
Married, kids, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully. Let's see. Work wise, honestly, probably not in the corporate world. I don't think I want to stay there for too
Running a
long.
pizza kitchen.
Pizza. Listen, I feel like I go back and forth on whether or not I want to pursue something that I'm really passionate about full time versus like have just like a job that manages like
You're
my
preaching to
lifestyle.
the-
Yeah, but I
That's
say
you're-
you're,
that's
you're,
every
you're
single
talking to the
person. You're speaking. That's all I'm
But
talking
yeah.
about.
Perfect
Yeah.
guy.
But you know, also has room at the end for like things that I enjoy doing.
Yeah.
I feel like though I would be doing something closer to passion than corporate, if anything. But yeah, I don't know. I would think definitely home, family, kids, somewhere in the suburbs, good community around me, just happy, you know?
Love it.
Just happy.
What more
I
could
don't
you
know.
ask for?
What more can you ask?
Love it. What more can you ask for? Wow. What an episode. We're back. Back like we never left.
We never left.
I hope I will try my best to be consistent about that every other week.
You've been good, bro.
I was good
We've been-
until
we've been tapped in.
To a little whoopsie.
yeah, I was good until I wasn't, but now we're back. This is I see I have so much fun doing this. So much fun. Thank you both for coming on.
Of course, of course.
Shout out to the family.
Long
Family,
coming.
family matters.
Family matters.
Family matters. But yeah, no. This has been another episode of Go with the Flow. Thank you for listening.